Hi Capricorn, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your June 2024 tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of June, where it is that we have come out of May, what we are bringing into this month. Remember, we had quite a spring here with April and May being huge months, especially in the areas of Taurus, Aries. It definitely was an interesting time of the spring, and so I do want to invite you to look at 4 new videos that I have out that are tarot readings for mid 2024, and these are all looking at month by month from January until June of where it is we have all come. I did 4 videos based on the elements, so depending on what sign you're looking for, I'll leave the link below, but I do think it's important to often look at the tarot from the elements, right? The water, the fire, the air, and the earth. So we will take a look at where it is that your June could lead you, but also June 20th, we have the summer solstice. So this is going to be a really great time for you to reassess where you're at, Capricorn, whether you are happy with where you're at in the year, whether you need to change focus or change your journey, or possibly add on more things because you've already accomplished so many things. This is a really good time for you to take stock of your 2024 so far. So take a look at the description box below. I do have those links as well as the dates for June. All right, Capricorn, let's get right into it. You start off with your own card, the Devil card in reverse at the beginning of June, as well as the Hangman. 2 major arcanas that first week. Second week of the month finds you with the 8 of Pentacles, as well as the 9 of Pentacles. Third week of the month finds you with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Knight of Swords. Last week of June, you do have the 9 of Wands, along with the 10 of Cups. Always a beautiful way to end the month with the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Pentacles, so really nice to see. Okay, Capricorn, so let's go ahead and pull a card representing the energies that you brought out of May. Remember, May was that month that was coming off of the, tumultuous April with eclipse season, and May was like this ramp up of Mercury because it finally moved direct and moved out of retrograde shadow, and so now Mercury fully is direct, but now here in June, we do have Venus and Jupiter now in Gemini. So let's see how this energy fared for you in May and what you're bringing into June. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Capricorn, so for some of you all, May had an interesting turn for you. Maybe some events occurred, especially around that Uranus conjunction. Uranus and Jupiter conjunction in Taurus was a huge thing back in later part of April, but then in May was I call reignited, but those tension points were, reignited during those times of around May 13th, May 18th, when the sun was conjunct Uranus, the sun was conjunct Jupiter. So it's interesting to see that that month could have been a lot of just out of the blue events occurring for you. And if your May seemed pretty calm, Capricorn, this could be energy that you bring into June. So just be aware of that Uranus. For some reason, Uranus is coming to my mind with that Wheel of Fortune. So just make sure you're paying attention to what unexpected events come up. Maybe benefic people walk into your life. Just be prepared that that Wheel of Fortune still could be at hand here in June. Lastly, let's pull an Oracle message card. If you could send Capricorn a message. And you have accelerated motion, number 8. So accelerated motion, love how she's looking up into the sky, shooting star possibly coming out. I literally am filming this right after we had that really interesting weekend in May when many of the planet was seeing the aurora borealis, like the beautiful colors in the sky throughout that Mother's Day weekend. And I do think that that's what I think of here with accelerated motion. Things are getting ready to pick up, Capricorn. I do think that anytime that the universe, whether it's the stars, the planets, send you these messages, I do think that's like this starting point of newness. And I do think this accelerated motion is telling you, Capricorn, remember, things are going to pick up. They're not going to keep being slow like they were back when Mercury was just dragging its heels. We have all these planets in Gemini, so there's going to be this accelerated motion and you're going to have to keep up with it. So making sure that you feel comfortable with that, Capricorn, is going to be a big deal for you, especially because you are an earth sign. You like things to be very calculated and to know when things are going to happen. And I'm just letting you know this month of June may not be quite that grounded and that specific for you. So keep that in mind. So looking over your month as a whole, I think it's interesting that the only two major arcanas here, you did get that one that was from May, but your actual June, you only have two major arcana cards opening up the month. One is yourself and the Hangman. So I do think that you are looking at your goals in a whole different light. You're no longer feeling like you have to be so attached to some outcomes and decisions. So I think that's really huge. By the time you get to the second week of the month, looks like you are really feeling good about a process or a business that you have created yourself, that you've been diligently working on. I'm hearing social media, so I'm not sure if some of you are working on your marketing or working on a YouTube channel, or some of you could have a brick and mortar business. You're focusing on ways to get more people in the door. There is somewhere here that you're really feeling good with the momentum. And I do think that that accelerated motion really comes through here that third week, that with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is that energy of rushing into something. Make sure you are reading all the documentation, not rushing into things without thinking through them. By the time you get to this last week of the month, it does look like with this 9 and 10, you're looking back over your shoulder like, whew, job well done, and you are celebrating with your family. So overall, you all have a very straightforward, I've said that to another sign, I don't remember who it was, but it's nice to see when there's a straightforward reading, because it means you have been doing what you need to do, but it also means Spirit is able to come through these cards and give you a very deliberate, easy message. And I can already see here between accelerated motion, that Knight of Swords, the happy family, and your work, you are really on the right track. So really nice to see, Capricorn. So let's go ahead and and you know what? By the end of this month, Capricorn, you all have a full moon. So Capricorn, June 21st, you all's full moon comes in. So that also could be why you all are feeling so good by the time you get to the end of the month. So glad I saw that. All right, so you start off the month with June 3rd, Mercury entering into Gemini. By the time we get to June 6th, we have a Gemini new moon. At that Gemini new moon, Capricorn, take some time to determine where it is you want to plant new seeds around those Gemini themes of communication, being able to articulate what you're saying well. I think many of you all have some type of goals that you are tweaking from the beginning of the year. You're looking at life in a whole new, different way with the Hangman. And if you're not, Spirit is asking you to do that, okay? That Wheel of Fortune could come in and have a monkey wrench thrown into a conversation or a meeting that you weren't expecting it to go in a certain way. But by the time that conversation ends, you're like, you know what? I'm now seeing things in a whole different light. So be prepared for those kind of conversations that first week of June. Now, by the time you get to the second week of June, when we have Mars entering Taurus on the 9th and Mercury and Venus enter Cancer on the 17th, at this time, it does feel like there's a good momentum around your business, your career, where it is that you have been putting a lot of time and energy into possibly taking care of a money matter, possibly getting out of debt. There's some kind of taking care of yourself and feeling good about it. You can see this is the progression from the 8 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles. You are in that natural progression of where you should be. So that's really beautiful to see. Now, Capricorn, if you are not in this progression, or you're not feeling like you have all the tools you need to get this momentum, ask your spirit guides to really guide you, and be open to whomever it is that comes into your life or conversations come up around you. I do think this accelerated motion for Earth signs can sometimes be a little unnerving. You might not want to be moving this quickly, but I'm telling you, Spirit is leading you in the right direction, okay? Now, by the time you get to that third week of the month, this is when we have Sun entering Cancer and that summer solstice on the 20th. You all are hurrying in a fast pace. Just make sure you are reading the fine lines. For some reason, it seems like there's so much pickup of momentum that you're not sure what to choose. Do not get caught in analysis paralysis, Capricorn, that third week of the month. Once you get to your Capricorn full moon on the 21st, some type of information evolves that you're like, whoa, okay, I didn't realize, I could go apply for possibly a grant for my business, or I didn't realize I could go talk to a certain person to possibly get that interview I wanted. Something is quick paced throughout that full moon time of the month. So just keep that in mind, Capricorn. And by the time you end the month, you all are feeling good. You have had a long run here. And I do think by the time you get to that Saturn retrograding beginning in Pisces on the 29th, you're feeling like you've learned some lessons. Just know that this is the beginning of the Saturn slowdown. So there could be people, places, things that you need to start purging out of your life with that Pisces energy. But overall, I think you all are feeling really good about where you're at in the month. It feels like you've learned some really good lessons along the way. And I feel that like that accelerated motion is really catapulting you into some new area that you haven't explored before, Capricorn. So I look forward to hearing how your June goes. Don't forget to take a look at those mid-2024 tarot readings. Also take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I'll talk to you later.